Namaste friends, welcome to Guru Shakthi channel of learning. Today's video is about narrow meaning of education and wider meaning of education. Before I start, let me tell you the playlist education 1 and 2 will be useful to the teachers, aspiring teachers and teacher educators and everyone else who want to gain some knowledge related to teaching aptitude. Having said that, you people can expect videos on every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays from this channel. So let us start with the narrow meaning of education and wider meaning of education. We have learnt about the etymological meaning of education. That is a process of bringing out the best potentials of a human child through enough care and nourishment so that one progresses away from darkness, a state of ignorance, towards a state of illumination. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಪದ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು, ಅದು ಯಾವ ಪದಗಳಿಂದ ಡಿರೈವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಪಡ್ಕೊಬಹುದು ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಳಗಿರೋ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ನ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದುವರಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏಳಿಗೆ ಕಾಣೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋ. ಒಂದು ಕತ್ತಲೆಯಿಂದ ಬೆಳಕಿನಡೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಪಯಣ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀರಿ. ಆದರೆ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ನ ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ವಿಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬಹುದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈಡರ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್. So let us try to understand what exactly is narrow meaning of education with the help of definition given by T. Raymond. So in the narrower and more definite sense, education does not include self-culture. Here, self-culture refers to the way an individual likes to live. ನನ್ನದೇ ಆದೊಂದು ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನನ್ನ ಬಾಳನ್ನ ಬದುಕೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನದೇ ಆದೊಂದು ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನನ್ನದೇ ಆದೊಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನನ್ನದೇ ಆದೊಂದು ಬೌಂಡ್ರೀಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಇದೇ ಥರ ಬದುಕಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊತೀನಿ. ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ಸ್ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್. And we also do not speak about the influence of one's surroundings. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕ ಏನಿದೆ, ನನ್ನ ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿ, ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಣ್ಣ, ನನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ, ನನ್ನ ಅಕ್ಕ, ನನ್ನ ತಂಗಿ. ನಾನು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನನ್ನ ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕ ಮನೆಯವರು ಅಥವಾ ನನ್ನ ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕ ಇರೋ ಒಂದು ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್, ಅದು ಗ್ರೀನರಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಬೇರೆದೇನೋ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಅದರದ್ದು ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದೇನು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು. ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದೋಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸಸ್. It speaks about only those special influences which are consciously and designedly brought to bear upon the young by the adult portion of the community. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಏನೇ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಟ್ಟರೂ, ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ಸ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಕರಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಅವರ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್, ಕರಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್ framers, all these are adults. These people have decided that this thing has to be learnt by a child, and how the child will learn this one, everything is consciously designed. That is, everything is planned, and later on through some institutions it is imparted to the child. It could be a school, it could be a college. So when we speak about narrow meaning of education, it speaks only about the kind of learning that happens within the compound wall of a school or a college. So next let us see the wider meaning of education. This also we can understand with the help of a definition. I believe this is the most beautiful definition that I have seen regarding wider meaning of education. All experiences are said to be educative. No matter what you do in life, the moment you come out from your mother's womb, you have one experience, yes? So you are exposed to the external world. Inside, you were protected. You were so protected. The moment you come out, you have to deal with the external atmosphere. So that atmosphere has taught something to you. The moment you go into your mother's hand, that is another experience that has taught something to you. As the time progresses, every bit of life has one or the other experiences have given you some kind of education, some kind of knowledge. So here Lodge says, in the wider sense, all experiences are said to be educative. The bite of a mosquito, the taste of watermelon, the experience of falling in love, of flying in an aeroplane, of being caught in a storm, all such experiences have a direct educative effect on us. That is, education in the wider sense is not limited to school or college. In its wider sense, it is all those experiences that you have right from the birth until the death. Further, we can understand the narrow as well as the wider meaning of education through this differentiation that is there between them. So you people can see over here narrow meaning of education and wider meaning of education. So under narrow meaning of education, you have first point, a process limited to schools and colleges. So narrow meaning of education says education is only that which is imparted in schools and colleges, the subjects that are taught, the language that is learned, the way you speak, the skills that you might acquire over time. All this that is happening within school and college is education. In what sense? In narrow sense. But when we speak about the wider meaning of education, it is a lifelong process. ಜೀವನ ಪರಿ ಅಂತ ನಡೆಯೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು. ಇನ್ ವೈಡರ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್, ಜೀವನ ಪರಿ, ಎವ್ರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್, this education process goes on. Every time you are learning one or the other thing. That is the wider meaning of education, and for that school and college is not required. The second point, see, begins when the child or person enrolls in school or college and ends with the completion of a particular course. So in narrow sense, when does education start? It starts when you get enrolled. You get enrolled in first standard, or you get enrolled in second standard, or you get enrolled in some degree or any certificate program, and the moment you pass out, it ends also. So it has a limited time frame, but in the wider meaning, it starts from cradle and ends at grave. So the moment you are a child, the moment you come down from your mother's home, education starts. Everything that you experience at home, in school life, or in social life, in friends, among the friends circle, and whatever you see through the television or through your mobile, all of those things influences you in one or the other way, and you learn something. So next, let us see the third point, imparted in a systematic way in a controlled setting. Narrow meaning of education, so it happens within a certain systematic way. Yes, so the moment you enter the school, you know there will be a watchman who will just see whether you belong to this school or not. The moment you enter the classroom, attendance is taken. timetable is set. Every period teacher will come and go. Your notes will be ready. Tests will be taken at proper time. So everything goes in a systematic manner. But when we speak about wider meaning of education, it is whatever you learn under wider meaning of education, it is acquired in desirable or undesirable situations of life. So whatever situation it might be the experience of an accident, or it might be experience of running on the road, or it might be experience of playing with a friend. It could be desirable, something that you wished for, or it could be undesirable, something you didn't want it, but you still had to go through that one, and there was something that you learned from that one. So outside the school or at any place, whether it was desirable to you or it was not desirable to you, the experience taught you something. That all experiences have some educative effect on you, that comes under the wider meaning of education. Under narrow meaning of education, this is the last point. It's well planned and it has aims and objectives. Set aims and objectives will be there. So the aim could be making the child healthy, and the objective could be to make sure that the child will play games almost every day. All right. So in the narrow sense, everything is set, everything is proper. So aims will be there, objective will be there. Accordingly, teachers will come and then they will carry on their activities. But in the wider sense, it could depend upon individual's personality, the kind of impact it will create. It could be either positive or negative. The way the person perceives, the perception matters, because not everyone acts and reacts for the same thing in the same manner. So this is the difference between narrow meaning of education and wider meaning of education. I hope you people have learned. Thank you.